keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to tree friendly.
Wrong with me, but Neon might be my favorite place to visit.
If you're planning on using Aurora, we respectfully ask you do so in the Members Lounge.
Love the vibe of this place.
Plenty of space in the Members Lounge today. Of course, I recommend our house specialty, the Chimera. It's a unique triple-layer drink that I believe you'll find quite delightful. It consists of mild cold soju on the top, a thin layer of fruit liqueur in the middle, and a strong dark soju at the bottom. The initial mildness of Chimera slowly warms the senses, which rapidly transitions into a sudden burst of sweetness from the fruit liqueur. This sweetness braces the palate for the impact of the much stronger, robust finish. It's a drink of my own design. I see. I'd be willing to divulge this information for the right price. Thank you for your business. The man you want goes by the name of Stratos. You'll find him at Madame Sauvage's. He's what you would call a fan of Miss Borealis's works. Or maybe fanatic is a more accurate term. Either way, he's the one you want. But you didn't hear it from me. He's one of the usual lowlifes you'll find at Madame Sauvage's. He's also a very fervent admirer of Miss Borealis and her work. It wouldn't surprise me if that admiration extended to her possessions. For fans like him, trinkets and mementos are a way to get closer to the one they admire. Fallen stardust. Now sit back, relax, and unwind.
Hey, Micah, let me get a Chimera.
I'll have that ready for you shortly.
Thanks, Micah.
Haven't seen a leech in a while. I think the city got more.
If I have to eat fish for dinner one more time, I think
Too bad I can't speak anymore.
The Trackers Alliance always finds them.
I have some sleep crate units available. You're out there a lot, right? In space?
Premier social club. So come on in. Enjoy.
Lights, glitter, and a whole lot of sand.
If I want chill vibes, I head over to Euphoria. But Borealis works with anything. Oh, yeah, I love her music so much. You're a fan of Borealis too? I vibe with that bird hard. She's a beast on the beats, and I love her. Got a track in me head right now. Boom! 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 Yeah, hear it? It's bloody mood, innit? I just need some more Aurora so I can get me head bobbing with the wave. Find that zone. Yeah, which is why it pains me to be here and not in the Astral Lounge. I can't stand being away from that place. And, but I can't listen to Borealis if I'm not zoning. That bird's song deserves the best eye Aurora can fly. A fan? Lady, I'm way more than that. I've been following her career since her club hopping days. I know every song, every lyric, and every beat. I can probably tell you the number of hairs on her head, if you cared about that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing weird about it. I just vibe with her music on like a cellular level. You understand? In fact, I've made a whole bloody career out of following that woman. Hell, I probably know that bird better than she knows herself. Lady, there's no way in hell I'm giving you this. This slate brings me closer to her. As her biggest fan, I feel like I deserve to have it. I didn't steal anything. Borealis always says her music belongs to her fans. So I just took what was mine. I don't know. I think it is. I'm not giving up this slate. Why would I part with the one thing that connects me to her? Really? I didn't think she even knew who I was. Yeah, I do want what's best for her. Nah, Borealis's music is
They don't have places like this in Aquila, that's for sure.
This song's got me so zoned. Oh. You... I vibe. Got a track in me head, right? I just need some... Yeah, which is what... I can't stand being... But I can't listen to... Lady, there's... This slate. Why would I part with the one thing that connects me to her? Really? I didn't think she even knew who I was. As much as I hate to admit it, you're right. Okay, you can have the slate. But next time I stop by, I want to hear a mod so sick it beats the piss out of my brain.
been applying to different medicals in
Smart beds are comfortable and affordable. And with the crime rating, now is the time to enhance your life. Here at Enhance.
Never run into spaces. Stop.
Look out for gangs. Actually, the gang should look out for us.
Hope you're enjoying the music at the lounge. I feel like I know you. A fan, really. Although, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They can get pretty possessive. Doesn't matter if it's my things or my time. And I pay it too often. Sometimes I just want to quit all this and make music for me. But that doesn't keep the aurora flowing or the lights on. So, we make do. But sounds like it all worked out in the end. I've got my slate, which means the people will get their trip. Inspiration's like a wave. Sometimes it's hard to catch it before the break. That's what this slate is. A still wave. A feeling frozen in time. And I appreciate you bringing it back to me. Yeah, it looked like nothing was downloaded or tampered with. I'm almost glad it was taken by a fan instead of a competitor. Would have been awful to lose that thing. I was working on a brand new concept piece about floating into the center of existence. I'm not feeling it yet. I'm still working out the last few sections, but eventually I'll give it a spin in the Astral Lounge. Thanks again for finding that thing. Next time, I'll try and keep an eye on it. Hope you enjoy the show.
Not sure if those Varun zealots live in space or got separated.
for your service.
Board's green. Ready for what comes next.
Engines ready.
Hell of a view from here. Switching over to standard engines.
Restart selected. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. And that's it. Enjoy that Aquila City air.
If I can help you with anything, just say the word.
We're clear.
Aim point reached. Orbit stable.
I think we had it covered. But I expect some people owe you their lives. Any way we can repay you? Transferring parts now. You take care.
Park this way.
I set up an outpost on a planet like this once. Call me crazy, but a little cold is kind of fun. I don't think this right here could ever get old. Care package. My favorite part. Nothing gets by me. Let's open up. One of these times, I'm bringing Cora. I just have to.
Important or not, I'm ready to listen.
Your ship smells so much better than Dad's? Like, a lot.
We have liftoff.
Pumping retros. Orbit achieved. Stabilizing. Done.
Grav jump complete.
Restore space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. And that's it. Enjoy that Aquila City air.
Your ship's not half bad.
Evening, ma'am.
There's not enough to do around here.
Just talk to Miss Lance if you want to make a purchase.
Thank you again for all you've done for the retreat. Now, was there something I could help you with? Indeed. As a matter of fact, they're made in this very building. You're standing in the storefront of the Laredo Firearms Factory. I designed and manufactured every firearm for sale here. As such, I can offer you my personal assurance they're of the highest quality. When a CEO distances herself from the customers, her decision-making suffers. Here I get to see what matters, what sells, what doesn't, and why. It's invaluable. Plus, it's better than the endless meetings. Let's get you set up.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Not enough light traffic.
People joke. Say those maroon zealots portions.
Places like this make you appreciate home.
We got a lot of bars in the city, all class joints. Except Aggie's.
Look who it is. Hey, I wondered when you might come by. I'm Alex. Nia's report said you were heading for Neon? I've always wanted to go there. What did you think? Oh, I can't fly anywhere. Issues with my Eustachian tubes. Being in a pressurized environment is like someone taking a laser cutter to the sides of my head. It's not great, but at least I can pretend to visit the party capital of the galaxy by having you tell me about it. Yeah, I bet. It just sounds so exciting and so stimulating. Probably makes Aquila City look like the more boring backwater town in the settled systems by comparison. Alas, I'll have to experience it vicariously through you and the other Rangers. So how'd it go? Turn up anything useful? Did he now? Well, in that case, challenge accepted. It's only a matter of time before I know every dirty little secret stored in this thing. Now, if you get any more of these, bring them to me. It helps if I can compare different instances of the encryption they're using. Just look for me up here. I have no life, so I'm not usually hard to find. Oh, why should I? Nothing but dirt, cold air, and Ashta waiting for me out there. I like my nice, cozy, antisocial office space much more, thanks. It'll take as long as it takes. You can't rush a job like this. One thing I can promise you, though, is that it'll go a lot faster if I don't have to answer silly questions. You're counting on me. You know I outrank you, right? Please and thank you go a long way when addressing your betters, rookie.
Just making my way.
If you're looking for the Rangers, check the upper levels, or the cantina.
These Rangers are some hard-blooded folk. They ain't afraid of anything. Let's talk for a minute.
I need a word. Welcome back. Any luck finding out who stole that ship from Hope Tech? Grace Early? Yeah, I've heard the name once or twice. Sounds like you're making real progress. Good. Stay focused on the task at hand and don't take your eye off the target. That's how a Ranger should think. What did you learn from this starship thief? Now we're getting somewhere. Sounds like you've got a couple of new leads to follow up on. I have a guess who Marco might be. I served with Maya Cruz. She's a technical genius and an expert hacker. I could give you some background if you want it, or we can go straight to planning your next move. They said she was a child prodigy, which probably explains her arrogance. Even so, she was fiercely loyal to Major Hull. I don't think she'd ever give him up. If you find her, don't expect her to cooperate. There was a mech driver in the 1st Cavalry named Marco Graziani. He came from money, and when the 1st Cav got a reputation as the top unit, he transferred in. Rumor was that bribes made it happen. Marco had a knack for getting hold of anything we needed. There was talk the family fortune came from smuggling, and I believe it. He had this dream to become a wealthy businessman when he got out. But I guess that got put on hold when they locked him up. Like what? Around the time he got out of jail, we started hearing Marco's name in circulation. Word is he's heading up a smuggling racket. Based on what you've learned, I'd presume he's funneling his ill-gotten gains to the 1st. Ranger Autumn McMillan is out at Red Mile right now, looking into the smuggling operation. I suggest you pool your resources. Just remember, that's outside Freestar Collective space, so we've got no jurisdiction there. Most likely place would be the clinic. It's in Freestar Collective space and provides the best medical services credits can buy. They also guarantee privacy, so it's an ideal place for someone trying to keep a low profile. Ranger Ben Armistead is posted there. I'll send him an update on the situation. Your priority is to gather more intel about the 1st. What are they planning? Who are they working for? Where are they headquartered? Just remember that your targets were locked up because they were loyal to their unit. They think the Freestar Collective betrayed them. In other words, you ain't gonna get a warm welcome, so be careful. Good hunting, Deputy.
Better this than being some dust wrangler on Montauk.
Welcome to the Rock, I guess.
The heart of the settled system. SSNN.
Move it.
Welcome to Akira City, I guess.
You're next.
Is something amiss?
Struts retract. Achieving orbit now.
Got my undivided attention.
Landing gear's ready. Please tell me you aren't going to run the Red Mile. Before the Red Mile blood sport thing, this used to be a decent place. Now... I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive. I might have what you need. So long.
Bullshit. You didn't think we'd notice that you tried to slip away without paying your check?
I was just going out for some fresh air. Even told the bartender. You can ask her yourself.
Fresh air, huh? On a planet with no atmosphere.
That's enough, Stalker. Lower your weapon. We don't shoot guests over a misunderstanding. Sir, please return to your table. It's bad practice to leave our establishment without paying your bill first. If you need some fresh air, pay up, go outside, and come back in and start a new check when you're ready.
I'm sorry, but I didn't think it would be a problem.
You were wrong. Dead wrong.
That's enough. I think the gentleman understands. Now let's all go back inside, shall we? And Stalker, you and I are going to talk about this later.
I can't wait.
Please, enjoy your time here at the Red Mile. Ah, a new face. I wonder, is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile? Or simply one seeking a respite from the burdens of life? My name is May, and I'm the proprietor of this establishment, home of the famous Red Mile. I assume you're familiar. Well, of course you are. How could you miss hearing about the Settled System's most exciting sporting event? Why, even people from the most backwoods systems like Seoul have heard of the Red Mile. I'm happy to answer any other questions you might have. In the meantime, please enjoy our world's famous hospitality. Well, it's quite simple, really. Once you register with me, we'll have a little pomp and circumstance before sending you on your way out the big red door. Then it's a race to the buzzer at the other end of the course. You'll deal with obstacles and deadly creatures alike, while people up here place bets on how far you'll get. Make it back alive, and you'll stand to win riches and the admiration of your fans. I'm sure you can figure out what happens if you fail. precious! Yes, of course they bet on our runners' lives. We're outside of the colonies and Freestars for a reason. Betting is a huge part of the Red Mile's appeal. How better to make the most exciting sport in the universe more exciting? Repeat runners draw bigger bets. You should ask Donovan how much bets on him were worth before he was forced to retire. Of course. And if you're thinking of running, just let me know. I'll be glad to sign you up. A rather open-ended question, but I'll do my best. Red Mile was once a notorious haven for the criminal underworld. Thieves, shipjackers, mercenaries, and smugglers would come here to do business, get drunk, and gamble. I cleaned the place up when I took over. I made it, if not quite a family destination, at least a safer one. Red Mile still offers a unique, exciting experience, but our clientele has improved considerably, and we offer a wider range of services. I was fortunate to be born into a wealthy family. I used those resources to build an extensive network of contacts across the settled systems. Suffice it to say, I had to call in more than a few favors, but with patience and perseverance, I was able to realize my vision. And now, at last, Red Mile is truly a must-see destination for any who wish to experience it for themselves. Because I see the potential for Red Mile to become one of the most unique and popular travel destinations in the settled systems. Because I want to leave a legacy and be remembered for creating something as unique as it is lucrative. Or perhaps it's because, like so many runners who come here to test themselves, I really should challenge. I suppose there's no single reason. Let's just say that I feel it's my calling. Do enjoy your stay.
I don't get paid to be nice. I get paid to put down any vermin that tries to start something here.
Excuse me.
Hi.
I'm really not in the mood. Wait a minute. Judging by the wide-eyed and clueless look on your face, I'm guessing you're the new deputy. The Marshal's report didn't mention you had hearing problems. Are you, or are you not, the new deputy? My problem is that I don't want to be saddled with a rookie deputy. That is who you are, right? We'll find out, won't we? Well, your timing couldn't be worse. I've spent weeks trying to crack this smuggling ring, and I'm about to take a very important meeting.
I wouldn't take that personally. Probably just having a bad day.
Sam Coe. Never thought I'd see you again. Can't say I really want to, either. Not after you turned your back on the rest of us.
I did what I had to do, and I'm at peace with it. If you're gonna hold a grudge, that's your problem, not mine.
I wouldn't count on Sam here to have your back, Deputy. He's likely to disappear on you just when you need him the most. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't have the time to babysit a rookie. Because I've trained new recruits before, and it's not an experience I want to repeat. At least you've got a little backbone. I don't have time to catch you up, so you're gonna have to follow my lead. I'm about to meet with a contact who might be able to give me vital information about the smuggling ring. If you play your cards right and don't do anything stupid, she might be able to help you find Marco. If you're ready, my contact is here and waiting. She won't be staying long, so I don't have time to brief you. You'll find out everything you need to know when you meet with her. I'm at a critical point in my investigation, and frankly, your presence here is an unwelcome complication. Now let's just get this over with. Follow me.
All are welcome at the Red Mile. We don't ask.
I can't believe Donovan Reese is
that Donovan Reese?
legend.
Damn. Guy's a legend. He's run the mile more than anyone alive.
Well, things changed. Take a seat.
So you're working with Autumn, huh? Who are you? A woman who's growing increasingly impatient, that's who.
The deputy here is interested in meeting Marco to talk about that mercenary company he's been funding. Since part of that money is coming from his smuggling operation, we're working together.
So you're investigating the first? Why? Have it your way. It doesn't really matter to me.
I guess an introduction is in order. Like Marco, Jade here is the head of a small smuggling cartel. Difference is her crew stays out of Freestar Collective space, while Marco's group operates exclusively within it.
Except now he's looking to expand his operation, and he started moving in on my territory. Because it might get a little awkward if my sister here had to arrest me. If you think this gives you some kind of leverage, you're wrong. Sure, he might slow me down for a while, but a little competition won't break me. That's exactly what this meeting is about. Look, the bad news is, Marco's incredibly paranoid. He never stays in one place for long. The good news is, I know how to find him.
But you're not going to tell us yet because you want something.
I want the same thing you do. I want Marco out of the picture. But like I said, getting a meeting with him can be damn near impossible. One of the few people who can arrange such a meeting is right here at Red Mile.
May Divine. We've suspected for some time that Red Mile was a meeting place for smugglers. If she's in business with Marco, she won't give him up easily.
She's the owner and manager here. Inherited the place when her husband was killed. May's the key to this whole thing, but I don't know her. Maybe try to get on her good side? Yeah, well, so can she. I can tell you right now what she's gonna want, because it's the same thing she always wants. She wants runners. It's how she makes most of her money. Of course, people that hard-blooded aren't easy to find.
Yeah, well, I'm not going out on the mile. That's a death sentence. There has to be another way.
You've been a ranger long enough that too many people know your face and your name. Runners attract a lot of attention. If someone recognizes you and tips off May, this whole thing is shot. You, on the other hand, are just a deputy. It's pretty unlikely that a lot of people know you.
You don't have to do this. We'll find another way to get to Marco. The Red Mile is incredibly dangerous. I just don't want to see you take a risk like that. Someone who volunteers to run the Red Mile, a deadly stretch of terrain just outside the cantina. It's infested with hostile creatures, and few people survive. The ones that do earn a reputation. All right, it's your call to make.
Planned this out real good, didn't you, Jade? The Freestar Rangers do the dirty work, and you get rid of a rival.
Don't forget the part where the Freestar Rangers get to bring down a big-time criminal while your deputy friend here gets intel on the first. Seems to me like we're all getting something we want, thanks to my good planning.
If it's really as simple as asking May Divine for a meeting with Marco, then I guess that's all you need to do. We'll wait here for you. Try not to die. Will you?
You're really going to take on the mile, huh?
I hope you're enjoying your visit.
You wouldn't last a minute in the red.
All the fun of Neon, plus betting on whether people are going to survive. Yeah, these people are total winners.
Whether you're here to gamble, participate, or just watch, the That is true. But Mr. Graziani values his privacy. What is your business with him? Exactly. It's quite a leap of faith that you're asking me to take. I have no particular love for Marco, but he is a business associate. So I must protect my reputation. Fortunately for you, I'm in a generous mood. It's been too long since we've had proper entertainment. If you're willing to provide it, I'll give you Marco. Are you prepared to run the Red Mile? Oh, I'm afraid this is the only thing that I want from you. At least for now. A simple journey through a wilderness occupied by creatures that some call dangerous. Good. Once you've begun, I'll collect bets from our patrons who will place wagers on your survival. I'm afraid not. But I'm sure your confidence will inspire our patrons to place substantial wagers on your survival. That's entertainment! It's also business. It takes a lot of credits to keep the lights on and my guards paid.
I'll be honest, I never understood the appeal of this place.
Now that we're clear on what's expected of you, are you ready to begin? Please do. Unprepared runners tend not to last very long on the mile. Fame and fortune await in the Red Mile. If you... Very well. Follow me. Once you've done so, return
doing this? I can't believe we're doing this. Let's not tell Cora about this, all right? Red Mile. Never understood why anyone would voluntarily run it. Thrill junkies, I guess. Grisly, but part of the job. they don't need it. My favorite part. It hurts like a Most people prefer the jetpack.
Yes!
celebrating something? Time to get medieval. One last round. What? Just like old times. Oh, did you get it? Whatever it was. off animal parts sometimes. Guns are overrated. I'm not... Don't need a gun to take you out. Oh, this is happening. Oh, not my day. Oh. Gotta get the blood pumping, huh? here gonna teach you manners. Woo! Now we're talking. Guess we're going all caveman. Son of a... Time to get medieval. My friend here gonna teach you manners. For shame. Take that.
at that. You still got all your limbs. May fortune smile on you today.
On the other side of it.
Congratulations, runner. You have succeeded where most have failed. In fact, you seem none the worse for wear. I'm not easily impressed, but you've managed to surprise me. As promised, I'll set up your meeting with Marco. I'll dispatch a courier to let him know you're coming. Please take a moment to relax and enjoy our hospitality. I'll return shortly.
I could really bend your ear when you got a moment. I don't got many friends, so I figure I gotta level with you. My past keeps showing up. I should get ahead of it before I get behind it. Hell, this is tougher than I thought it was gonna be.
Don't want to be too harsh about it, but at some point, enough's got
That means a lot. When I turned 18, my dad used one of his many connections to get me my first real job. That, plus the magical co-family name, meant I was shipping freight out of Aquila. If there is a way to take the wonder out of space, I was working for that outfit. Every milligram of helium-3 accounted for. Timetables down to the second. Too busy to ever really appreciate anything. Or even look up.
Sometimes famous people get special treatment. That's just the way of things.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the way my dad looked at it. On paper, I see your point. But it was rough. So, an opportunity comes by from the boss man. He says, run this job, don't ask questions, and there's a bonus. Hell, I was still just a kid. I jumped on it. I knew I wasn't shipping some dried mangoes, but suddenly, God help me, it was fun. Up until then, I tried my best to be the dutiful son. I hated it. Man, I tried. This was a rush. It was a thrill. Lying through my teeth to customs, even that shady delivery guy. It felt like I was finally, truly living. And you're a hell of a lot smarter than I was. So, more jobs started coming. And everywhere I went, suddenly dangerous people were much better armed. I'd hear about armed conflicts and civilian casualties. Innocent casualties. And I'd pretend that wasn't me. Maybe I wasn't smuggling weapons, maybe I was carrying something else. As long as I never open the boxes, I can keep pretending. Soon the boss man's relying on me, and the pay was nice. We also started partying a lot together. Hard. There are whole weeks that are blank. Never had a lick of trouble. Till I did. I had booze enough and drugs enough to never really have to look too hard in the mirror. I knew if I did, I wouldn't like what I saw, or where it was going. At the time, I thought I was the bee's knees. But looking back, a lot of it was dumb luck. I swear my damn name got me out of trouble most of the time. Oh, you're a caller like Solomon? They just waved me through. Yeah, but it takes two to tango. To this day, I don't know when I was running that last job. But it was tasty enough, a whole mess of Crimson Fleet jumped me at the rendezvous. Yeah, a sane man would have been scared. But I looked at my pissant trading skiff's dual cannons and shouted, "Oh, this is on!" Yeah, I blew up one of the pirates before they realized that I was out of my gourd. I managed to get them down to 2 left before every system I had was fried. I was done. And that should have been the end. But that's when the Rangers showed up.